Welcome. My name is Wornicks Gisemba, a teacher, an author, a writer, and also an examiner. I will take the first episode that is present in page 1 to page 8, and we've taken it, or we've given it the title, A Magnificent Family House. This is a memory that happens in 1948 when Mr. Ono tells us about the house that he has just purchased, a house that is above his stature, and he says that he gets it from Akira Sugimura. So we are going to ask ourselves the significance of this episode, as we've said, is from page number 1 to page number 8, and it has various characters. That's Mr. Ono, Michiko, that is the wife to Mr. Ono. It also has the mention of the Akira Sugimura's 2 daughters, and also Mr. Ono's 2 daughters, that is Setsuko and Noriko. So the purchase of the house is done in a way that it is supposed to be given to the best, somebody who's reputable, not somebody who has a lot of money, but somebody with a good reputation, somebody who is respected. And then we are told that the 2 daughters of Akira Sugimura, this is actually after the death of their father, they decide now they want to dispose the house. We are told that somehow there were some financial constraints in the home, but they are still saying that money was not the primary objective. The main thing that they wanted is to ensure that the house goes to the best person, and they chose the best person to be Mr. Ono. However, he will not be given the house for free. He was supposed to give something little just as a token. And we are told that it was like half the price.
Less than half.
It was less than half of the value. But what we see here is that the wife of Mr. Ono, that is Michiko, is not happy with the mention of the investigation, that they are to be investigated first to ascertain of their worth of the house, that are they worthy getting the house. But the wife, that is Michiko, in a way objects, and she says, why should we be investigated? Actually, she uses the words, whom do they think they are? Yes, but the husband, that is Mr. Ono, tells the wife, no, it is okay. Actually, it is the best thing they need to do, because we have to get ready for such things. At such a time, yes, the 2 daughters, that is Setsuko and Noriko, were young,
Still young.
but they had to prepare themselves for such occurrences in future, because the tradition of this community is that before the marriage, you are supposed to be investigated. So from here, we can see the different perceptions. The wife, that is Michiko, is against the investigation, but the husband is supporting the investigation.
And maybe just to add on that, at this point, he was very comfortable with the investigation because he felt that there was nothing to hide. And otherwise, the most important thing is, I think at this point in time, he has established himself as a man of influence. And maybe just to take it back a bit, something I mentioned last time we were talking about it. The reason why he's actually in the seat or in the pot for this house is because some of his students had come to him, told him the house is on offer. Of course, he knows the magnitude of the house, how grand it is. He didn't think he would probably qualify, but for the sake of humoring his wife, who was insistent that they need to buy a house, he put his name in the bag. And that's why now you're talking about. Finally, when they do their selection, they choose the person that is going to pick, or they're going to pick, is not a person of necessarily money,
financial.
And that's why they say the 3 people they were selected.
There were around 4.
They
4
selected
finalists.
4. The 4 finalists were not going to haggle or bargain or outbid each other. They would actually be investigated. And this goes hand in hand to talk about, and one of the reasons probably why even Mr. Ono wins this is because you're told that Sugimura was an enthusiast of art. He loved art, and probably this played a part. And also in his will, he probably had said that he would like the house to be taken by a person of maybe a such and such a stature. So I think that's the reason why we see him winning the house and getting the house and paying that small token. You may use that.
At this point, Mr. Ono is genuinely significant. He has nothing to hide. He feels important because this is before the war, before the surrender, and he's genuinely significant. His art has a lot of reputation, so he feels significantly important and genuinely. And it will be different from what we are going to see in the other episodes, where he will be masking the guilt. But at this time, he has nothing to regret. He has nothing to fear. He has nothing to be afraid of. And we are told that later he remembers that after, actually in this episode, there is the mention of after the war. After the war.
Maybe basically what we can say in this episode, remember that we are told that this happens in October 1948.
Yes.
The memories of Michiko's or Michiko and the house buying happens much earlier than 1940. So most of this episode is the memories of Mr. Ono. So when he now takes us back to the present, that's when now he's talking about after the war. So we are still in after the war period, but he now reminds us, because he starts by introducing to us the house and how he came about the house. And then now he takes us back to the present.
Yes. Yeah. And now he tells us now what happened after the war within the same episode. After the war, the two daughters, the Akira Sugimura daughters, came back after the war. Remember, before the war, they came to him with a lot of respect. We have considered you the best, so we give you the house. But after the war, the two daughters come back with a different feeling. Actually, they are not even concerned whether the family members survived the war or not. So they just come to find out how the well-being of the house. Was the house affected? How was it affected by the war? And they go further to find out whether any changes have been done to the house. Mr. Ono feels like these two daughters of Akira Sugimura are disrespectful because I have lost my wife. I have lost my son. They are not even concerned to ask me how my family is, the whereabouts of my wife, Michiko, the whereabouts of my son, Kenji. But maybe something that we can get from here is, we can just conclude, maybe the Akira Sugimura daughters were aware that Mr. Ono, in one way or the other, aided the war. Yes. So up to this point, we are only told that the daughters came the second time and they were not happy. They did not express the happiness as they were expressing before. And we are also told about the family members of the Akira Sugimura. Not only the two daughters, but the rest of the family members who would meet Mr. Ono on the way, and they would act just asking him, how is the house doing? In fact, no even greetings. Mr. Ono starts to tell us that the family members would meet me on the way and start asking me, how is the house doing? Why are they not asking me about my family? Why are they concerned only about the house? But here, basically what we can see is that the Akira Sugimura, now that he was a significant person, before the war, they were concerned about the legacy
that this would leave.
Yes, the legacy of the Akira Sugimura was in that house. The damage to the house means the damage to the legacy. So they were concerned about the house. The house is significant to them, but the person living there is insignificant. So that's the paradox there.
And I think the same thing, the hostility that Mr. Ono expresses from the family of Sugimura. He talks about maybe because of buying the house. But after going through the story in hindsight, we might probably come to think about his participation in the war.
Sure.
That could also have been a reason why they were expressing. That's just like you said, that the legacy the house was supposed to keep is going to be destroyed by his legacy of having been a party to the war. Another thing, maybe before we move on to the next episode, is that we are told that the most damaged area of the house was the veranda.
Yeah, the veranda.
The veranda was the most precious and the most beautiful part of the house because of all the design and how it merged with nature and the outside world. That is the most damaged place, even though at this point in time, when we see the present day, it's being repaired. There's still repairs going on, but it has not come back to its usual glory. Maybe for me, I feel this chapter kind of preempts the destruction
Yes.
of the Japanese culture,
Sure.
the real Japanese culture, and then the permutation or the you know, the entrance of the American culture that adulterates
Yes, yes.
the Japanese culture. That's probably why we see maybe the destruction of the differences in feelings as we move on.
Yes.
The distance between Ichiro and his grandfather. Probably all these things are maybe preempted by the destruction of this veranda.
Yeah. So we are also told that the veranda, this is the place where the family, it was the most valuable part. This is where the family would meet. It has been destroyed. And Mr. Ono tells us that his attitude shifts when he learns that the Akira Sugimura family, the members are sad because the family members were also affected. Their family members also died. Yes. So you see, they have lost a house. They have lost also the family members. So their bitterness is justified. Yes, somehow. So I think whatever that the learner would need to see in that part is about the changes and also about the varying perceptions that this person would view it this way and the other person would also view it that way. And also something else that you can see there is the folly of war. Okay, you see, war is destructive. War disrupts peace. People die. Destruction of property. So whatever that people do, by all means, war should be avoided. Yes. Nobody, though they consider it to be one way of solving a crisis, but the effects are devastating, socially, economically, and even politically. Yes, because the destruction of the house, a magnificent house, as Mr. Ono takes time to explain to us how the house looked like, we see the destruction later, and we are told that the repair of the house has taken some time, like 15 years. Okay, so you can see the long-term effect of the war.